Hopefully it works. Okay, I think we're good. Can you guys let me know if the live chat is working? I think we're good. Okay. So awesome to see all of you. Okay, perfect, Lovis. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, just a little bit of technical difficulties. I've moved locations yet again. We jumped timelines. We're on a beautiful New Earth timeline. What's up, Anna? So good to see you. So we're going to be going very deep today into Lemuria, into the Maui fires, and into our New Earth blueprints that are unlocking. So it's going to be a very, very important topic of discussion. I'm really excited to bring all of these activations, all of these transmissions that I received at the World Congress retreat. It was such a beautiful, beautiful experience. I can't wait to share all of that with you today. So if you're coming on in, please put a like on the video. Yes, Yannick Yoda, long time. I know, I am back. I am back full speed ahead. I needed that time to really integrate, and I literally moved entire states all in the past 2 weeks. So I had to go through a lot of clearings and endings in my life. But I'm fully back and I'm super excited because I have tons of downloads to bring forth. So specifically, I want to talk about the Maui fires, okay? And what this all means. There's a lot of fear I feel in the collective, and I just want to address some of the issues that are going on right now with the New Earth blueprints that are unlocking and the purgings that are happening across the globe. So when the Maui fires started, I actually, synchronistically, I was staying in a hotel that weekend called Hawaii Hotel. I was actually making a joke. I was like, oh, I'm in Hawaii this strong end. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm just in a hotel in Florida called the Hawaii Inn. So I'm very connected to Hawaii. As most of you know, I'm very connected to the Lemurian timelines. I am very, very close to that heritage, to the Garden of Eden timelines. So when this whole thing was occurring, it hurt my heart just as much as it hurt your guys's. You know, it was painful to see what was going on over in Hawaii, to see the fires, to see the destruction, to see all of the beautiful beings that lost their life to those fires. And we're just going to send a deep, heartfelt prayer and healing to all of those beings that left this earth, all of those families that lost their loved ones. We give so much prayer and healing to those beings. And those beings did not die in vain. Know that, dear ones. Everybody who's been lost during the dark ages, they did not die in vain. All of the soldiers that fought in our country, all of the people that died during 2020, and just what happened in Hawaii, they did not die in vain. Know that, okay? They are being transitioned out of this plane, and in their contract, this was meant to be. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes because it can be so painful. And why did this happen? Why did God allow for this to happen? Well, right there, God, Mother Nature, is in control, dear ones, in control, okay? So everything is happening under the divine's control. And again, I know that's hard to hear when you're like, why? Why would God, why would the divine allow these terrible things to happen, right? It's really hard to wrap your heads around that. Well, the earth is purging. The earth is going through big clearings. And whether or not it was man-made or it was natural, and I know this is hard as well to wrap your head around, it's still part of the purging process, yes, okay? In Lemuria, okay, which most of you know were the Hawaiian timelines, in Lemuria, we were in the Garden of Eden, okay? That was when we were activated fully in our crystalline body. The crystalline grids were fully intact. And at some point in time, consciousness fell, okay? And I believe it happened for a reason. I believe all of the dark ages that we went through was for a reason. You can agree with me or disagree with me, but I do believe we learned through suffering and through what we just went through in the dark ages. But specifically in Lemuria, it was the paradise, okay? It was the golden age. And when I was at the World Congress, I actually reactivated that Lemurian timeline within myself and within others. I met so many of my Lemurian elder sisters. Shout out to you if you're watching this from the World Congress and you connected with me from Lemuria. I remembered all of my family from Lemuria. I remembered us being in the golden age before we fell. So what Spirit and what Mother translated to me was these fires that occurred in Maui. Again, whether or not they were man-made or whether they were natural, it's actually part of the clearing process to restore the new heaven on earth, the new golden age templates, the new Garden of Eden. Okay? This process is clearing, again, whether it is the fallen consciousness creating it or whether it was natural. This is all meant to happen. This has to happen. Again, I know that's hard to hear. It's like, why? Why would we have to die for it to happen? Why would these things have to happen? These things have to happen in order to activate us, in order to shift us out of the dark ages. When these terrible things occur, even what happened in 2020, right? All of these tragedies, all these lives that we lost, as painful as it is, as heartbreaking as it is, these things have to happen to push us, right? Anytime we go through massive suffering, massive pain in our life, that usually is what kickstarts us into transformation. After destruction is transformation. So during this time, dear ones, there is what we call bifurcations happening all around the globe. This is not just happening in Maui, even though this was a huge clearing that just occurred. This is happening all over the world. Even what I experienced last year in Florida with those massive hurricanes, and same thing, a lot of people said, you know, those were man-made. All those hurricanes were man-made. When I was in Florida and I was seeing the destruction, I saw houses get destroyed. I saw terrible things occur. Places that I went to for years get totally annihilated. I felt in that place on the grid, Mother was transmitting to me, like, this has to happen. These specific areas of the grid needed to get cleared out. They needed to get cleansed, preparing for the new crystalline grids. So during this process, we are going from the carbon base to our new diamond, crystalline, not only planetary body, but personal body as well. And most of us know carbon makes diamonds under pressure. So this message is important because you're really gonna have to know, under all this pressure, under all of the craziness, the chaos that's occurring all around the planet, this is pressurizing us. This is forming us, awakening us, activating us into our true crystalline, Christed God and Goddess essence being. This is happening. Has to happen. So during this time period, we have to fully trust. Fearlessness is faith in God. So don't fear, beloveds. Don't fear what is occurring around the globe. I know there's a lot of people, they're worried. There's lots of things that just came forth even in the past week that is occurring in places like Canada. Some of you might have been hearing what's been happening in Canada. Other places around the globe, it seems like more control. They're rising up in, power. Okay, truthfully, again, God is in control. As much as it might seem like the fallen consciousness has power over us, they don't. The fallen consciousness is actually helping us, and I know that sounds so ironic and counteractive, but it's actually helping us awaken into our power. People that are in deep sleep, right? Especially what we saw in 2020, people were in deep sleep. What happened? People awoke. People said, wait, something's not right. So in order for Eden, in order for the garden, the paradise to be restored, we have to wake up and say, hey, something hasn't been right here. Something's going on. We have to rise in our power now. We have to remember who we are, because when we rise in our power, all the things that are occurring around the planet are minuscule. Something powerful happened to me at that World Congress, and I want to share this with you all because this is going to help you remember your power. This doesn't mean I'm special. This doesn't mean I'm above anybody, but this was God. This was Divine Mother showing me, Ireland, remember your power. This is awakening on the earth right now. This is why we don't have to fear what's going on the planet. Okay, so I was in bed and I was working on my second speech and I was working on my PowerPoint. All of a sudden, I see a white smoke coming out of my chest. And I explained this to everybody on Patreon on Sunday. A white smoke was coming out of my chest. I got up, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on fire. I look around, there's nothing on fire. There's no outlets. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, something's going on. Something's happening. I look down at my hand and there's ash all over my hand. There's ash, like black soot, all over my hand. It's not on my chest where all that smoke was coming out. It's nowhere on the bed. It's nowhere else but my hand. This is what the saints, the masters, are able to do. And I don't know if it was a saint coming to me, Yogananda. They say maybe it was Sai Baba. I guess it's called Vibhuti. It's all of these beings that are able to manifest things out of thin air. They usually leave ash, like Sai Baba, Yogananda. This is like one of their powers. Some of you know about these gurus who live in India, and they're able to literally go like this and just manifest things out of thin air. So Divine Mother was saying, Ireland, you are powerful. Not just me either. Each and every single one of you that are watching this video right now, you are powerful. That power to be able to manifest things out of thin air, that lives in each and every single one of us. Jesus, the Christ, said, the things that I do, you'll do in greater. So we have this multidimensional power, and it is coming online. That is why I'm here to tell you there is no need to fear. And trust that you will be at the right place at the right time, beloveds. Even if you feel like you're in a place, I have friends right now in Canada, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're saying there's going to be more control, this and that. Trust in God that you will be at the right place at the right time during these bifurcations on the planet, because yes, there is going to be somewhat chaos. There's going to be lots of clearings, but you will know where to go and when to go. That's what I felt when I was in New York and all that craziness was happening. I knew I had to go. Spirit was saying, you got to get out, you got to get out. So there's places on the planet right now that are going to be new earth timelines, and then there's going to be places on the planet that are going to be bifurcation timelines where there's going to be lots of clearings. You will be in the right place at the right time. Just trust your instincts. Trust where you are being called to go. I recently left Florida. I was called to come back home for a couple months. I'm trusting in that. I'm trusting that I'm here to be with my family right now. So during these clearings, okay, regardless of what happens, I always say this, and this is what the Buddha teaches. Attachment is the root of all suffering. We are in this world, but we are not of this world. So as much as we're here to do this work in our physical avatars, we are beyond this world. So even if things happen wherever you're located, clearings, purgings, like what just happened in Maui, that suffering, that pain is going to push you into your true divine power, in your true nature, above physicality, to override whatever is happening in your life, to trust and have faith in the unseen realms, beyond physicality, beyond linearity, which is what we need, because all we've known is linearity. All we've known is this physical plane. That's why we've had lack of faith in God, because all people trust is what they can see, taste, hear, touch, and smell. That's the five senses. That's the matrix. So we're being called to move beyond our five senses, to have faith in the unseen realms, to finally trust in God, have faith in God to provide for us, have faith in ourselves to create these new earth visions, because we are powerful co-creators. That's another thing I want to bring forth. Regardless of what's happening, and especially with controlled opposition, oh, there's going to be this happening, there's going to be that happening, they're going to take over. Remember, the newscast, casting spells. That's what it is. It's a spell on your consciousness. And those spells can even be coming from controlled opposition. People who you think are awakened and who are trying to spread the truth, there still could be spells, controlled opposition in that as well. So try as well, as much as we're not going to be ignorant, don't be ignorant, don't spiritually bypass what's happening, okay? But also remember quantum physics, energy, particle, both states in a superposition. What we observe as a collective is what collapses into particle form, which creates the collective manifestation. So as much as we observe what's happening, remember, we are also part, and Divine Mother is saying, we're also part of observing the new heaven on earth blueprints, the new crystalline grid. So remember what's coming, beloveds. Remember, the Garden of Eden is coming back. It's restoring. It is here. It is activating in each and every single one of us as we are the crystalline pillars for the new crystalline new earth that is coming forth. And decree to Mother Earth, I am here to serve. I am here to bring back what the locusts of Eden have taken. God in me and the God in you will restore this earth back into unity, into harmonious collective consciousness. That is what we came here to do. Kingdom of heaven is at hand, reality seer, yes. And seek ye the kingdom or the queendom of heaven within first. Remember, all of this is creation, but we seek first this unity, this love, this oneness first, and all will be added. All will be restored as we seek first God within us. We will see that transformation come from within. Because that power, the reason why those masters, those saints, Jesus Christ, Yogananda, so many of these beautiful beings that came forth and taught this information, the reason why they had the power that they did to be able to create things out of nothing, to be able to manifest, it wasn't coming from ego, it wasn't coming from I identity, it was understanding that everything outside of you, yes, everything, even the fallen consciousness, is part of you when you connect to God. Because if you're connected to God, you're connected to every particle, every molecule. And that is how they're able to transcend space and time. Because they realize time and space is a linearity construct that we use to move through experience. But when you move beyond experience and into the oneness, time and space collapses. Therefore, there's no space or time to bring a particle, to bring something physical into your reality, because the physical time and space is gone, because you're connecting into the oneness that you are, that is connected to everything on this planet. And you love everything on this planet. You want to be a part. You want to see the God in everything and everyone. That is becoming back into your true divine nature of God within, of the love, of the Christ-like attributes and qualities within. So as we restore that template within ourselves, we restore it on the earth. And ask Mother, ask this earth, what am I here to do? How can I serve you, God? How can I give my life to the restoration of the new earth? What should I be doing right now? Where should I be going? Me personally, what's been coming through for me and my new earth blueprint is I am being called to start a new earth farm, a fruit farm. I am going to be moving to the tropics. That's where I'm being called, because you guys know I resonate with the aloha, the Lemuria, the tropics, which I believe we originated from. So I'm being called to go back to the tropics. I'm going to be traveling next year to figure out where I'm going to be starting my fruit farm. And that is where I'm going to be having my new earth off-grid sustainable tiny home with my fruit farm. And that's where I'm going to be raising my children, all out of the system, all off-grid, sustainable, taking care of the earth. Everything's going to be organic, because that's what Mother needs. So ask the earth, what am I here to do? Shout out fruit farms, exactly. I talk to amazing people at the Congress, and lots of people are getting the same codes. I talked to many people. They said, we're starting fruit farms in Hawaii. We're all going to learn how to volunteer to grow. A lot of us don't even know how to grow food anymore. So I'm going to be learning, and I'm taking you all on this journey with me. This channel, I'm going to be taking you on my journey to the new earth, to restoring Mother. I'll teach you guys as I learn myself how to grow herbs, how to grow fruits, where I'm going to be translocating to, because truthfully what I'm feeling is that there's going to be a lot of clearing, specifically in the States. Lots of clearing that's going to be occurring, and a lot of the new earth templates are in these other countries that they tell us are scary, are bad, right? Oh, you don't want to go to Peru. Oh, you don't want to go to Ecuador, right? It's dangerous, right? Third world country. It's so much cheaper over there. First of all, it's so much cheaper. You get land for like a fraction of the cost, and the soil is rich. The soil has all the nutrients. So again, you're right where you need to be though. Some people, you're called to be in certain locations right now because you are the crystalline pillar. And wherever you're located, ask Mother, what do I need to be overriding here? Remember, everything is electrical signals. So we can collapse whatever chaotic timeline is going on around us when we observe the new crystalline blueprint. And again, the more of us that do this, the more it becomes into the new heaven on earth reality. So we're just reaching critical mass. That's all we're doing. And thank you each and every single one of you for being here, and being the bridge. Because you know what? All of you watching this right now who are here during this time period, we are the pioneers from the old earth, from the dark ages into the new golden age. Especially, I told this to all of the people at the World Congress who have been doing this work for 60, 70 years. All of you who are in the a little bit older generation, the first wavers, thank you the most, because you came in when it was really, really dense, really dense. You've made it so much easier for my generation. We're going to be making it easier now for the future generations, the new crystal children that are coming onto the planet, and it's going to keep getting easier. But we are literally bridging two worlds right now. That's why we've all been talking about the timeline splits. There's two worlds going on right now, and eventually, right? And I love this quote by John Lennon. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Someday they will join us, and the world will live as one. Someday, beloveds, they will join us as we continue to dream the new heaven on earth blueprints, as we continue to see the new crystalline, the new Garden of Eden restored back into Mother Nature, back into the sun. We will restore, we will come home, back to the sun, back to the Christos, healing our body, healing the planetary body. It's happening right now. So please put a like on the video if you are here to restore the Garden of Eden, if you're here to restore and reclaim your God and Goddess self back into unity, back into oneness. Let it go. Let it all go. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale, exhale all the fear, anything that you are worried about, that you are afraid of. You are safe in this oneness. You are safe in Divine Mother, Father, God's love, the infinite oneness that will caress you, that will nurture you, that will remind you fear is an illusion. All is being provided for. All is being taken care of under the guise of divinity. So remember that as you journey along, keep letting go, keep detaching, create but then detach, create but then detach. Remember, you're always home in your sacred heart, your fortress. Ginger, amazing. Ginger's also on our Patreon. We're going to be going deep into how to actually create your new earth template, your new earth blueprint. We've had an amazing activation last Sunday on detoxification, how to restore your body into the new crystalline electrical base template. So if you want to check out Patreon, we have tons of amazing beings. We're all working together. It's not just me. It's Ginger, it's Ali, it's all of us coming together as we bring our unique gifts and talents and help each other in our new earth tribes restore these Eden-like paradises, and we're doing it together. So it's amazing tribe we have on Patreon. It's on donation base. It's a couple dollars a month if you just want to donate just to support me and my work, but really it's for you. It's to help you. I love serving you, reminding you as you remind me. You all remind me who I am, and I remind you who you are. That's what we came here to do for each other. Okay, so we remind each other every Sunday on Patreon. It's beautiful. We have a group discussion. So the link is in my description. I also have a new course out, Conscious Code Creator course. If you have been under a lot of unconscious programs, identities, and you're ready to step fully, you have a vision for yourself. You're like, I know what I need to do. I just don't know how to recode myself. I don't know how to reprogram myself. I have a beautiful new course that just came out. It's on my website. I will put the link in the description. It'll help you finally heal the 3D pain body and move into your new crystalline new earth identity. It's on sale right now. It's on my website, IrelandClark.com. You can also reach out to me if you need more one-on-one intuitive guidance and coaching, hypnotherapy I assist you with. Because really all that's happened, family, is we've just been under hypnosis. That's really all that's happened. They've hypnotized us. We've forgotten who we are. So I'm here to remind you who you are. I'm here to assist you in that process. So I'm excited. I'm every day I'm just feeling more power. More power's coming online. It's activating. So remember, look in the mirror. Remember who you are. Remember, I am that I am. I love you guys. I think I went through everything I needed to go through. Again, prayers, healings, divinity is with everybody in Maui. That whole land is being restored. It's preparing. That was the Eden restoration that is just sparking. And I know it seems confusing because it had to end in chaos and destruction, but Divine Mother told me this is the rebirth of Lemuria. This is the rebirth of Eden. It is happening now. Thank you again for each and every single one of you for being here. I love you guys so much. I will see you on my next transmission. I am back with my weekly videos, so I hope to see you guys back here again. Again, comment down below any thoughts, anything that you're feeling as the new earth is activating within you, what you are feeling called to do, to share. I would love to know, and I will see you guys all next time. Namaste.